Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm here with Isaiah, and today we got another Strong Boys Reacts.
What's up?
Today we're reacting to top 10 conspiracy theories that turn out to be true. What? So I really want Eric on this video because he's Mr. Conspiracy Theory Man, but he's not on it. It's the way she goes. Zay, you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Watch Mojo's top 10 conspiracy theories that
BBC
turned
Watch
out
Mojo.
to... Yes, sir. Here we go.
He had a blank look in his eye. He didn't know who we were. He didn't know we were his daughters.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 conspiracy
Voice
theories
of
that
Peter.
turned out to be true.
Oh, there's the president sitting there signing a document. What the heck
hell are
were
we
we
watching?
worried
I
about?
have zero.
For this list, we'll be going over the strangest and most famous conspiracy
watch Mojo,
theories
you know
that
it's
were
a little
actually
strange.
Yeah.
conspiracy facts. Is there a theory you once believed that you now realize was a load of baloney? Tell us
Is
in
there
the
a theory you want
comments.
to believe?
Number 10.
I
Roswell
don't
cover-up.
believe.
In the summer of
Never mind.
1947,
Don't say that
an
before I say
object
I
crashed
believe
down
that
to Earth in Roswell,
it was
New
illegal
Mexico.
to drive with the
Theories
inside of
that it was
your
an
car lights
alien
on forever.
spacecraft have pervaded
I
pop
believe
culture for
it
over a
was, like,
half a
illegal
century
to,
since.
Everybody thinks
have your high beams
that
on.
Roswell was the first sighting of a
It
UFO in the
is.
United States.
Well, it's not. I mean,
The
whatever.
U.S. Air Force
Back to
claimed
Watch
that the
Mojo.
object was
I drive with
merely
my
a
high beams
weather
on.
balloon,
Not
only
really,
added
no, you
fuel
do.
to the fire. And the conspiracy theorists were right. It was no weather balloon, and there was a cover-up. But it wasn't an alien ship either, probably. The object was a high-altitude balloon launched as part of Project Mogul. These balloons were intended to detect sound waves from Soviet atomic bomb tests. During the Cold War, the
UFO.
U.S.
I love
the
military couldn't
Soviets.
exactly be honest about that
The
in the
Soviets.
papers.
Subscribe.
Now, whether you think
Share
that's
that,
another
subscribe,
cover story,
notifications
well,
on.
This better
for
not be
Strong
another
Boys.
damn Russian spy job.
Number 9. Big Tobacco's Big Lie.
There's extensive use of this technology, which is called ammonia chemistry, that allows for nicotine to be more rapidly absorbed in the lungs and therefore affect the brain and
Eric's
central
definitely been
nervous
on this
system.
video.
Smoking causes lung cancer and a lot of other adverse health effects. Scientists demonstrated this definitively in the 1950s. However,
Disgusting.
public opinion wavered for decades, with sources springing up to generate controversy and debate. Some suspected that the tobacco industry was suppressing and distorting the facts through a coordinated campaign, and it eventually came out that they were. Together, the world's largest tobacco companies initiated Operation Berkshire to generate fake controversy and debate. Big Tobacco knew that smoking caused cancer and that nicotine was addictive.
Yeah, these are
They
kind of
decided
dead.
not to make
Oh well,
cigarettes
we're
less
gonna
harmful
stick it out.
because
We're gonna stick it
addiction
out.
made them a lot of money.
Now, the work we did here is confidential, not for public scrutiny, any more than our one's family matters.
You're threatening my family now, too.
Just goes to show where
Oh,
there's
this is
smoke,
interesting.
there's
She's
often
bad.
fire.
See how camels agree with your throat.
I
See
agree
how
with her.
mild and good tasting a cigarette can be.
Number 8. The White Sox
Smoking
through the
bad,
World
kids.
Series.
No smoking.
The
Mad if
Chicago
I'm
White
smoking
Sox
with her.
are on record for having one of the longest droughts between winning World Series at 87 years. However, they weren't always known for their bad
Good,
luck.
kids.
Back in the late 1910s, the Sox won in 1917, and they even had a wonder like Shoeless Joe Jackson on the team. Yet, rumors during the 1919 series held that the games were fixed. The White Sox lost the series,
1919, who
but the
cares?
rumors persisted
like,
into the
look at
next
this-
year.
look at this footage we're watching
Eventually,
right here.
a grand jury found evidence that 8 players, including Jackson, though his role is disputed, were involved in a conspiracy to receive money in exchange for throwing the
Bag.
series.
I think the Black Sox players saw a high
Black Sox?
reward for
I
what
thought
they
it was
were
the White
doing.
Sox.
They make as
What's
much as
going
their
on?
yearly salary in 1 week for fixing the World Series.
While a trial found them not guilty, they were nevertheless banned from the league permanently.
Is it the White
Number
Sox or
7.
the
The Black Sox
Nefarious
got banned from
agents
the league.
infiltrated
That's
the
why there's no
government.
Black Sox.
The Church of Scientology is infamously touchy about any criticism of their organization.
Joe Biden.
I didn't mean anything.
That'd be a nice little project.
I don't
All
even
those
know
presents
Ron
out
Hubbard.
there.
Their influence over celebrities is well known, but
Brad
theories
Pitt.
about their influence over the
Cruise.
government are also out there.
I'm
And
burned.
here's the thing.
Look at the
Scientologists
right.
really did
Who's it?
infiltrate the government. In the 1970s, at least
Vladimir.
5,000 members of the organization conducted espionage on government agencies and private organizations. And this wasn't a fringe element either. The founder's wife, Mary Sue Hubbard, pleaded guilty and went to prison. It was one of the largest scale infiltrations of the U.S. government in history. All of this was done with the aim of destroying evidence that painted Scientology in an unfavorable light. It arguably had quite the opposite effect.
Boy, those Scientologists, they can be pretty sensitive.
Number 6. The FBI spied on political activists.
All power to all the people!
Those involved in political protests and other activist causes are often paranoid that they're being watched. And they should be, because it's happened before and it can happen again.
Tapes from the hotel rooms, FBI reports, those are pieces of information that we shouldn't have.
Oh my God.
From the late 50s to the early 70s, the FBI engaged in illegal surveillance, infiltration, and disruption of protest movements and other organizations deemed subversive.
He realized how sick this country was. We were trying to reveal the truth about segregation.
These ranged from independence movements to civil rights movements to feminist organizations. They even had John Lennon, the former Beatles frontman, under watch. While this program, named COINTELPRO, was abolished in 1971, others may have taken its place.
This represents the darkest part of the Bureau's history.
Number 5. The first female U.S. president.
That was kind of easy.
While the United States has yet to elect a woman to the office of president, by electoral college anyway, some theorize that a woman has assumed the duties of the office already. In 1919, President Woodrow Wilson suffered a debilitating stroke. This left him bedridden and partially paralyzed with some impaired judgment.
If I don't help him be president, what a kind of wife am I?
For over a year, Wilson's wife Edith aided him in governing the country, to the point where she was basically performing his job in all but name. The degree of her involvement was kept a close secret, and Wilson herself denied that she made executive decisions until her death.
So he's like sitting there, and they like move his arm, and then they just release that to the press, and that's how dumb people were back then.
Number 4, the government is spying on you. The common refrain for cranks and conspiracy for decades has been the government is watching our every move. And it's not completely wrong. With the rise of smartphones and the internet, the government has unprecedented access to information on its citizens.
Following us.
In the wake of 9/11, the Bush administration initiated far-reaching mass surveillance programs, both foreign and domestic.
See,
the NSA's activities in the years since have included sucking up and storing online history, emails, metadata, text messages, you name it. Edward Snowden revealed a lot of this info with his leaks, including how other governments were also implicated.
Even if you send it to somebody within the United States, your wholly domestic communication between you and your wife can go from New York to London and back and get caught up in the database.
Few believe that in the time since, governments have just given up. Number 3, false justification for war.
I mean, do you think
in August 1964, the USS Maddox fired a warning shot as 3 North Vietnamese torpedo boats approached the Gulf of Tonkin. After the torpedo boats opened fire, the Maddox sank all 3. 2 days later, the report of a second attack prompted President Lyndon B. Johnson to authorize further military action in Vietnam. For years, people questioned this justification.
You want to watch
this? At one point, the commander of the ship said, "We're not certain."
You want to watch this?
Another point, they said, "Yes, we're absolutely positive." And then finally, late in the day, Admiral Sharp said, "Yes, we're certain it happened."
It was eventually revealed that the second attack was imaginary, based on wrongly interpreted communications intercepts. It wasn't the last dubious rationale for war. In 1990, George H.W. Bush leveraged false testimony crafted by a public relations firm to initiate the Gulf War. Over a decade later, his son would falsely claim that Iraq possessed WMDs to justify an invasion.
The people of the United States and our friends and allies will not live at the mercy of an outlaw regime that threatens the peace with weapons of mass murder.
Number 2, Watergate scandal. Perhaps the most well-known political conspiracy of all time, the Watergate scandal was unthinkable when it occurred.
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook.
The scandal began when Republican President Richard Nixon's administration illegally wiretapped and broke into the Democratic National Committee headquarters.
We don't know who ordered the burglary, and we don't really know what the burglary
Their aim was to acquire information about Nixon's opposition in the forthcoming election. The arrest of the perpetrators led to attempts by Nixon and his administration to cover up their involvement. However, mounting evidence and leaks soon exploded into a scandal that has become a byword for political disgrace, leading to Nixon's resignation.
Just do it.
One of the things that's so hard to
they got some stuff
understand now, looking back,
on you,
is there was no sense that the president could lie to the American people.
Things have changed, Garrett.
Things have changed today.
Things have
Before we
changed,
continue,
Garrett.
be sure to subscribe to our channel.
Ron,
Make sure you
McDonald.
subscribe
notified about
to
our latest
Strongman
videos.
Luke and
You
put
have the
all those
option to be notified
notifications.
That
for
was the most
occasional
interesting
videos
part of
or all
the
of
video.
them.
I just saw
If you're on your
Ronald
phone, make
McDonald.
sure you go into settings and switch on your notifications.
Exactly. Make sure you're switching on notifications so you see when we're going live. And
Number
all that.
one,
Subscribe to
the
us.
CIA conducted mind control experiments.
No way.
The idea of a government agency trying
Eric
to
typed for this
control
one.
people's minds might sound like science fiction, but it really happened.
What's going on with these camera angles?
Apartments. And then once the men were in the apartments, they were dosed with LSD, and then they were basically studied by CIA scientists.
In the
That's
1970s,
their tripping
a
balls.
commission on the CIA's activities within the U.S. exposed the existence of Project MK-Ultra, a secret program that used drugs and torture to manipulate its victims' mental states.
Kool-Aid was spiked with LSD. It was horrible.
That sounds
These experiments were conducted on prisoners in secret detention centers around the world, as well as within American universities, hospitals, and prisons. The CIA also funded brutal experiments involving electroconvulsive therapy in Montreal, Canada. Victims of MK-Ultra included Ken Kesey and Allen Ginsberg. It's one of the darkest conspiracies out there.
You know
and
what
we
that
still
is?
don't
I don't
know
know.
the full extent of it. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from Watch Mojo,
Make
and be sure to
you
subscribe and ring the
That's
bell
it
to be
right there,
notified about
boy.
our latest.
All right. Well, we got some education out of that one, Zay.
A little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
Do we end this video or continue recording?
Well, we got to film an outro first, Goofy, and then we'll end it. So I hope you all enjoyed this reaction. If you did, drop a like, drop a subscribe. You know, some solid conspiracies in there. If you think you've been controlled by the government, make sure you look in all your light bulbs right now. They put the microphones in the light bulbs. Wake up.
Check your toilet paper.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it, comment down below what you want us to watch next. Zay, you got anything for the beautiful people of the Strongman Luke channel?
They're watching us. That's about it.
Bye-bye.
Peace.